Hello friends, this is Nirmal here for Technique, and in this video we are going to do a detailed comparison of two mid-range phones, the new Moto G or the Moto G third generation with the Xiaomi Mi 4i. So both these devices are priced in the same category, but they do have different hardware. So we'll do a detailed comparison on which is better device to buy here. So before we go into the detailed aspects, let's first have a quick look at the specs. So first up we have the Moto G third generation, which has a 5-inch HD display. It's an IPS LCD display and it runs on Snapdragon 410 quad-core chipset with 2GB RAM. So we have the 2GB RAM variant. There is also a 1GB RAM variant. It has 16GB internal storage and it runs Android 5.1.1 Lollipop. And on the camera, it has a 13 megapixel rear camera, dual LED flash, front facing 5 megapixel camera, and this sports a 2470 milliamp hour battery along with IPX7 certification. So that was the spec aspect of Moto G. Now coming to the Xiaomi Mi 4i, this was announced in India. This was the first launch in India and it comes with a 5-inch Full HD display and it sports the Snapdragon 615 octa-core chipset with 2GB RAM and 16GB internal storage. There is no micro SD card expansion slot and it runs Android 5.0 Lollipop. And on the camera front, this has 13 megapixel rear facing camera with dual tone LED flash and a front facing 5 megapixel camera. It also sports a 3100 milliamp hour battery. So that is the spec aspect of these two smartphones. Now let's go into the detailed aspects. So first up, let's see the design and build quality. So now talking about the design aspect, you can see that the Moto G3 sports almost similar design language as that of the previous generation Motorola Moto G, and this has the curved panel, and instead of the matte finish we have this engraved pattern like finish on the G3, and which does give a great grip on the device. The power and the volume keys are placed on the right side. You have the 3.5mm audio jack, micro USB charging slot, front speakers and the 5-inch HD display. So overall it's a well built phone, it's a strong phone. It is made of really great quality material, but it's pretty heavy as well, and it's also thicker than the Xiaomi Mi 4i. Now talking about the build quality and design of the Mi 4i, so you can see that this is really well built phone. It's a pretty slim phone. You can see chrome finishing on the buttons. It's pretty lightweight as well and pretty easy to hold, and this device is lighter in weight and does give a compact form factor, although even though both these devices are the same 5-inch devices. So the difference being the weight and the thickness of the device. So that's the only difference between these two in terms of the overall finishing. Both have really great quality and both are pretty good in terms of the overall design language as well. But if you're looking for a compact and lightweight phone, we would suggest the Mi 4i. But having said that, the the Moto G3 is also very well built phone. Now talking about the displays, this is one area there is a big difference. The Moto G3 runs only on a HD display. It's a 720p display, and this is Corning Gorilla Glass protected, and you can see this is the same display what we saw on the earlier generation of Moto G, and there is not much of a difference. The display is pretty warm and not really colorful and vibrant like most of the other devices in this category. So it's kind of a dull display. It's not bad, but it's dull display. It's not really vibrant and colorful. On the other hand, the Xiaomi Mi 4i has a really beautiful display. It's a 5-inch Full HD panel and it's an IPS panel again with Corning Gorilla Glass protection, and display has a sunlight readability aspect. So this is one of the best displays in this price point. So display wise, we can say that both these devices have different category displays. One is an HD panel while other is a Full HD panel, and here the clear winner is the Xiaomi Mi 4i with a better quality overall. The touch response on both these devices are pretty good, but we would say the Mi 4i has a slightly better touch response. Now talking about the software and performance, so here again there is a big difference. One runs on stock Android, so the Moto G3 runs on stock Android. We have the 5.1.1, the latest version, and very less apps installed. It's basic apps are included. The notification center is the stock Android experience. So if you like the stock Android experience with very minimal customization and apps, then the Moto G3 is a really good choice. There is seldom any lag or issues. The software is a performing one, and you are guaranteed to get future updates from the company. So that's another good thing about the Moto G3. And on the performance side, we tested the 2 GB RAM variant, and the performance was pretty good. There was no lag or issues. So on a daily usage, we didn't find any major issues, no lag. The gaming experience was pretty good. The Snapdragon 410 is a processor which does not have much of an issue in terms of the gaming and overall experience. So here again the performance was pretty good, and we didn't experience any major issues on the G3. And this has 16 GB internal storage, and you can expand the storage, and you can expand using the micro SD card option. So that's the Motorola Moto G3. Now talking about the Xiaomi Mi4i, this has Android 5.0 Lollipop, and this is a heavily customized skin. So you can see the custom notification center. Even though this runs Lollipop, it does not have the Lollipop icons or notifications, and everything is customized. It does not have an app drawer, instead multiple home screens, and a lot of changes with respect to the G3. It is also heavy in terms of the resources. There is a lot of customization options in the form of themes. It runs on Android 5.0, and it's not the latest version, but we have the MIUI 6, which is currently the latest version of the skin, and it runs on Snapdragon 615 octa-core chipset with 2 GB RAM. The performance was not really that best, although on normal usage you wouldn't really feel the issue on this device. But if you push the device harder with multiple apps and games, then you can see there is lag and slight issues here and there. So that's one big issue with this device. And moreover, the gaming experience was just okay, not really the best in terms of the gaming experience. So there was slight heating here and there. So that was one issue with this Xiaomi Mi4i ever since the launch. So all in all, in the performance side, it's slightly lower in terms of overall performance. Even though this has an octa-core chipset, the heavily skinned UI makes a big difference, and it does have some slight lag here and there. But if you like a lot of customization options, including themes, wallpapers, icons, all those stuffs, then the Mi4i makes a really good choice, because it's heavily skinned and you have a lot of customizations as well. The Xiaomi Mi4i does not have a micro SD card expansion slot. It's just 16 GB internal storage. So if you run out of storage, you don't have any option other than deleting apps or games, or even moving pictures and videos out of your phone. That's one major disadvantage. Both these devices are dual SIM card and supports 4G LTE, so both are similar in that aspect. So in the software and performance, we would give it to the Moto G3 in terms of the overall quality. So unless you are really fond of customizations, we would pick the Moto G3 for overall performance and software. Now moving on to the camera. So this is one aspect where the Moto G3 has made a big improvement. The G3 now sports a 13 megapixel rear camera with a dual LED flash. The same goes with the Xiaomi Mi4i has as well. It also has a dual LED flash. There's a dual tone LED flash and a front facing 5 megapixel camera. Now talking about the interface of these two devices, we would say the Xiaomi Mi4i has a better interface. Obviously it has more features, and it does offer a lot of additional features as well, while the Moto G3 is very simple in terms of the interface. Although there has been improvement in terms of the exposure options, and there is HDR even for rear and front facing camera, we would say the interface was better on the Xiaomi Mi4i with the custom MIUI skin. So that's the interface aspect. Now talking about the camera quality, we would say both these devices are neck to neck in terms of the overall performance, in terms of daylight and low light. But overall we would say there is a slight edge for Moto G3 with greater contrast ratios and colors, even though the Xiaomi Mi4i does a very good job in terms of the overall photo quality. The video recording again is both are really good in terms of the recording. Both have full HD video recording capabilities, and can record videos even with the front facing camera as well. And both these devices have 5 megapixel camera. We would say that the 5 megapixel shooter on the Moto G3 is slightly better than the Xiaomi Mi4i. So all in all, in the camera aspect, we would say both these devices are really good, although there is a slight edge for Moto G3 in terms of the overall clarity. The Xiaomi Mi4i does not lag behind. So that was the camera aspect. Now talking about the battery. So here again there is a big difference. The Moto G3 does have only 2470 mAh battery, while the Xiaomi Mi4i has a 3100 mAh battery, and the battery performance really is an important aspect when comparing these two devices. And here the clear winner is the Xiaomi Mi4i with better battery performance. So we can easily say that with the Mi4i you can get more than a day of usage. And even with Moto G3 the battery performance is not bad, it's pretty good, but it may not match up with the performance of the Xiaomi Mi4i. So that was a detailed comparison of these two smartphones. So we have talked about the design, build quality, software performance, the gaming experience, and a lot of other things. So now we will talk about the strong points of each device. So first step, the Moto G3. So this has great sturdy build quality. Then the software is one of the best aspects of this device. It's stock Android, and it will be getting future updates as well. Then the performance is really good, the gaming experience is also very good, the camera quality is pretty good, and this has expandable storage along with the latest Android version and IPX7 certification. That means it's waterproof. You can insert into water for almost 3 feet and 30 minutes. So that's IPX7 certification. Now talking about the strong points of the Mi4i, it has slim design and pretty compact in nature. It has better display. If you love customization, this is a great phone, and it also has better battery life. Now talking about the pricing, both these devices are priced 12,999. So which is a better device here? Unless you are really bothered about the display aspect, we would say both these devices are really neck to neck, and it's tough to choose one of them. But then based on our experience, if you are not really into customization, if you love stock Android, we would recommend the Moto G3 because it has additional SD card support, then it has IPX7 certification, a decent battery, latest software, a good camera, and on top of that it has pretty good build quality as well. Except for the display, most of the cases we would suggest the Moto G3 over the Xiaomi Mi4i. So that was a detailed comparison of the Mi4i with the Moto G3. Hope you like this video. Don't forget to hit the like button and also subscribe to our YouTube channel for more videos. Thanks for watching this video. Have a great day.